Hey, good morning, everybody. My name is Grant. I'm from Northern Kentucky. I was born in Cincinnati, grew up in New Richmond. Ever since the death of Arshad Arbery, I've been doing some things. I've been calling my African American friends and asking questions, and what's been happening is it's helping shape my lens. And I want to share a story with you real quick. One of my friends, very close spiritual friend, prayer partner, she was talking to me about what it's like to be a black mother in the United States, and she explained to me at times that even in coming from a semi-wealthy perspective, having been pulled over by police officers with her children and having guns drawn on them for no reason other than they looked suspicious. They said, because it looked like another crime that was committed in the local area. It seems to be a common excuse. But here's the story that she told me, and she shed some light on the perspective as a mother raising young men in the United States. She's in her 60s, and what the feeling that it gave me this feeling. I don't know if you've ever thought about this. If you're a parent, you have. If you haven't thought about it, I want you to think about it, especially if you're a father. That you're in your yard, you're in your garage, you're doing some work, your kids are playing. What would happen if a van pulled up and was able to grab your daughter, throw him in the van, and speed off before you had the ability to react, before you had the ability to do anything? What feeling? Like, when I have to stop thinking about that as a dad because of the impact that it has on my mind, and it's certainly something that's led to me to conceal and carry it, even in my own house. You know, Cincinnati is one of the top cities on the list in the United States for human trafficking, and so this feeling, this fear that I have when I spoke to my friend about this, she said, imagine that times 10 every day and it doesn't go away. I have learned in working in the community, the leadership community in Cincinnati, and by researching and studying race, that white people don't understand the depths to which black people have experienced prejudice, have experienced racism because of the color of skin. They don't understand it, and that's really at the foundation. You need and get your black friends on the phone if you have them. If you have a deep enough relationship with them, to call them up and talk to them about this subject. If you don't, start building the relationships. That's part of the problem. So what you're going to understand eventually is that what this lady in Minneapolis said about, she was wearing an NAACP t-shirt. She said, we warned you. We've tried to peacefully do this, and we told you that if something doesn't change, that the city's going to burn. You know, when she started talking about this, it reminded me of literally just a month ago, where in my head, it's like, okay, what do we do about all these crazy governors and restrictions with the stay-at-home orders, the shelter-in-place orders? And and if you look across, they're like, oh, everybody did it. It was inconsistent. I'm going to tell you this: if you look at this one thing, it seems like the basis for all their decisions. Don't touch anybody. We're pretty sure 6 feet should do it. Every decision, every order, every law that was put in place after that pretty much had everything to do from that, as far as the science, and you get mixed messages on everything. It's like, okay, you guys are gonna run us into the ground. We're gonna do something about it. That's where they're at, guys. They've been peacefully protesting. They've been doing these things as a race, as a culture, and they're to the point. I mean, she said, this isn't rioting, this isn't protesting, this is an uprising, and we warned you. So what you're seeing with a march in Cincinnati is a unity. You're seeing this voice come out from their culture that says, as a group, we're tired of this, and we're going to do something about it. And if it means marching, it means marching. If it means breaking glass, it means breaking glass. I'm not saying I agree with that stuff, but let me tell you something. I drive over the road. You'll see I'm in my truck right now. I'm not home. But if I was home, I would seriously think twice about going down there with them, because I didn't see or do any research on this, but in my opinion, the leaders and the pastors, the white leaders and the white pastors of the city, should have been down there marching with them arm in arm, even if they disagreed with how the situation was playing out, because this is the point. I would rather stand with my black brothers and sisters and disagree with how it seems that their uprising is going than stand with the system that I disagree with, that is not paying attention or deliberately not doing anything, and you're going to hear this term about the body count that keeps dropping unnecessarily when things can and should be done, and there should be follow-up actions that are more aggressive to prevent it. That's it. You want to know why this is taking place in our city? It's a voice. You're looking at the voice of unity, and we need it's not a protest, it's an uprising. They're speaking, and maybe some of us will listen, because that's the only voice that they have at the moment that's going to have any impact. So hopefully these things make some sense. Hopefully you'll see that there is an issue, that it needs to be addressed amongst leadership. There needs to be something that's proactively done about it. And if you want to do something about it, build relationships with your black friends and talk about it. And when you talk about it, you can link arms, and you're going to see that it probably isn't the way that you thought it was. Cheers, everybody.